Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Jordan here from Orbicon Studios, another edition of Art. Today I want to have the pleasure of speaking with Julie, all the way from Brisbane, Australia. Hi, Julie, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
So tell me now, you told me before you just had a power outage down there. What's going on? Don't you guys get the real power, or you have secondary power? What's up?
Oh, it comes and goes a bit, but having the hot water system changed today. So.
Okay, well, let's get right on to it. So I understand that you've been shortlisted for a number of prizes this year. Is that correct? Art prizes?
Yes, I was a finalist in the Rotary Spectacular in Brisbane, which is a large show in the centre of the city. And I've been a finalist also in the Clayton Utes Art Prize, which is run by one of the large law firms in the city. Very
good. Now, you've been in Australia for how many years now?
Six,
right? And the last time you had a prize was in 2013, right? The last time you won?
Yes, I won a major prize in 2013. I won the Lethbridge 10,000 Small Scale Art Award with a leaf painting.
Well, how did that feel?
I was amazed.
And so now, the reason why I'm asking that question, because your latest awards, your pending awards, came about as a result of after you joined the Academy of Composition. Is that correct?
Yes. It's all, since I've joined the Academy, I've learnt a whole heap about composition. I understand composition at a much deeper level. It's helping me to express my story into my paintings a lot more clearly so that the viewer can read them and experience the same story with a lot more clarity.
Now, is that a major shift for you compared to what you were doing before?
I think so. I feel that it's a major shift in my understanding. Some years ago, I sat down with all the textbooks I had and all the information I could find to pursue composition specifically. So I got out all my books, looked for composition, and found maybe a page, maybe two, all saying the same very limited amount of information. But since I found the Academy, the composition teaching and information that comes from the Academy is way superior to anything I could find written when I was researching it before.
And why is composition important for you?
Composition for me is the most important factor in a painting because it's what expresses the essence of the painting. It expresses the story you want to tell. It helps. It's the foundation of the painting. And I think it's the most important thing. You could say composition is king. After that, tone is the second most important, and color comes in third.
Well, contrary to popular belief, most people think they just sit down and they just whip it off and that's that.
One or two people, maybe that's that. You can whip it off like that, and one or two pictures may come together in a straightforward way like that. But understanding the bones of the composition really make the process come together so much more efficiently for each painting and every painting rather than just the odd one working.
Now, I understand at the Academy of Composition, they encourage you to work into what we call a body of work. Is that correct?
Yes. I think it's always a good strategy and to have a series or a body of work or a cohesive body of work that the public can see what you're capable of from. It's a very good grounding to have a solid body or work in series rather than just one-off paintings.
So now, when you're composing your series, or when you're working on your series, do you compose them all out first, or how do you compose one, then paint? How do you do that?
I'm gradually working towards composing them all out first and then painting them all So the last little series I did, which was you could call it a mini series because they were little paintings, but it was a series of 10 wave patterns. I composed them all out and then I painted them all together. It gives you unity to them by doing them.
So you say it gives a unity to your body of work. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Is that what you would advise most painters to do? People who do the kind of work you do?
I think if you're wanting to be taken seriously, it's a good way to move towards doing that. If you've got the time and space to cope with doing that. Obviously, when you're working on a lot of bigger paintings together, space can be an issue. But where you can plan them all out as a group, I think that helps the body of work to have a unity and stand together.
Does it help you save time?
Yes, it's more efficient as well. And paint, because if your body of work is all of a similar palette or set of colours, then that's also efficient on paint usage. It's efficient when you're working in oils. From a drying time point of view, you can work all the first layers, and by the time you've got to the first layer on the last painting, the first painting is ready for its second layer. So there's a efficiency of time in that as well.
So it's like a manufacturing process.
It gets a little bit more like that, yes.
Now, I understand they have a special name for you at the Academy. Is that correct?
I think Don does, yes.
No, you're in charge. You're the value queen, aren't you?
That's right, yes, I am.
Why do they call you the value queen?
Because I'm overseeing the tonal stage or the value stage of the works. So once we've got the energy and line story sorted, and so the story, the line work, the grid work done, then I help look at the tonal balance of the painting. So where your tonal values will go to support the composition and make that painting really sing what you're trying to make it say.
Now, I think you're being very modest, Julie, because your value studies are off the chart. I mean, we don't have a sample to show you, but her value studies would make, I mean, it's like Einsteinian type stuff, you know, she's out there. Yeah.
You're very kind.
So Julie, any words for the general public, someone listening, an artist who wants to make a serious statement, what would you say to that person?
I would say grab it by the horns and go for it. And but plan. First of all, plan it. You can't put enough time into the planning and making sure that it is composed correctly, tells the story that you want to tell. And if you have planned it effectively and are really telling that story, the power behind your work will be way above your greatest imagination if you can get that in. And
working with, based upon your experience, would you recommend anyone to the Academy of Composition for that purpose?
Yes, definitely.
Who should they contact over there?
If they go to the website of the Academy of Composition and then contact Don Victor, who runs it.
Don Victor?
Yes.
Okay. So Don Victor's the guy to contact at the Academy of Composition.
He is, yes.
All right. And you're very happy being there? You recommend it to me?
Yes, I would recommend it to you. I've recommended it to people in my local area quite happily.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you want to share with the people today about life in general, your work? Oh, where's your show coming up? You have a show coming up soon, don't you?
Not planned yet for this. I did one in August, and I haven't set plans for next year yet.
Okay.
Mission work to do, hopefully in the new year. And it's Australia, so we're on our summer holidays shortly.
Oh, you poor darlings. It's hot down there, huh?
Right now, it's very hot and steamy.
Man, it's cold up here.
Yes, I know you've got the cold.
So hopefully we can come back and visit later and get more in depth and see what you're really about. Get the 411 on Julie.
That would be lovely.
Today we're going to talk about your episode, your experience with the Academy of Composition.
Yeah, which has been 100% positive.
And we want to thank you for coming with us today, and we really enjoyed your sharing your energy and your time. So,
thank you very much.
All right, so we're going to sign out.